Hi guys, very good evening. Myself Dinesh. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, India's most comprehensive exam preparation platform. And today it will be a wonderful session. And this session will be very helpful for students who are applying for IITs or NITs, who are in the process of application for NITs or IITs. It will be very helpful for you guys. A lot of wonderful information is brought to you guys. Stay till the end of the session. So before that, if you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. And right. So first, let me introduce myself. I have 10+ years of experience in GATE teaching, and I have done my master's from IIT Madras. So these are my subjects of expertise: communication systems and signals and systems. So I've cracked GATE twice, and this is my Telegram channel. If you wish to ask me any doubts on these subjects or any other general questions, you can contact me on this group. So in today's session, one of my favorite students and one of highly successful students is present with us, and he's the guy who will be providing all the insights for you guys and not me. Right. So let me introduce him. So he's Srikanth. If you remember, if you have attended my session on one of my motivation session, which I've taken in the last month, I've talked about 3 students. So he's one of them, and he's the guy whose story is very highly inspirational. So this guy has attempted GATE for 6 attempts. In the 6th attempt, he got a rank of 477. In the previous attempts also he got rank, but he was not happy with them, and he was parallelly working and preparing for GATE. So you can imagine how much motivation he should be having to do this. After these many failures, he got to this place. So at least most of us will be stopping at some place or the other. Once we don't get the rank, we'll give up. So he did not give up. So we should learn a lot from this guy. So we should also not give up on whatever task we have taken up. Right. So he got into NIT Trichy. Now he's in his final semester of masters, and he got placed in Micron. He got a pre-placement offer of 24 lakhs per annum. He was working as an intern, and because of his working skills, they were impressed with his working skills, and they have offered him pre-placement offer. And the package is 24 lakhs in a VLSI company. And now he has almost done his interview process with NVIDIA, which is offering a package of 40 lakhs per annum. He's almost done with HR round also. Only 3 people from his college appeared for the last round. It's almost done. So maybe in one or 2 days, maybe in the next session, we can update you whether he got that package or not. Right. So that is the story about him. And if you observe, with this 47 rank, you might think that this rank is not an amazing rank, but with that rank, though the rank is a little higher, but his knowledge is amazing. Because of his amazing knowledge, he was able to get these many options. I did not write many other options. If I write all the options that he got, it will take 2 or 3 more lines. So you can observe how many IITs he got the admission. So not only the rank matters, even if the rank is slightly big, if your conceptual understanding is amazing, then you will have a lot of options. Sometimes we might miss the rank a little bit, but still our knowledge will not go anywhere. It will help us in the future, definitely. Right. So what is the agenda of today's session? What are we going to discuss? So observe carefully. This is the theme of discussion. So first thing that we are going to discuss is rank versus IITs and NITs. That is a basic discussion. So for what ranks, what IITs you can apply or what NITs you can apply. So most of you might be knowing this information. So that's why we'll be covering this very quickly. And next is top IITs and IIScs. What specializations are there for EC and EEE students? So the discussion, today's session is mostly for EEE and EC students, because the branches that we're going to discuss are specific to them. And we are also going to discuss about computer science branches also. So computer science students also, this session might be relevant. But for EC students and EEE students, whatever computer science branches are there, which we can apply, okay, those branches we will explore. Okay, so for each college, each top IITs or an IISc, we'll discuss all the branches that are available, and what branches. By the look of the branch, you might feel that this is not relevant for us. By the look of the specialization, you might feel that this specialization is not for me, or you might feel that this specialization might not have a good placement. So our friend Srikanth will give you very good insights about what branches you can choose. By the name of it, you might feel that this is not, this branch has nothing to do with VLSI, but they might be having courses regarding VLSI. So he'll discuss whatever is important about all the branches that are available in IITs and IIScs for EC enterprise students. He'll be discussing. The more focus will be on EC branches only, because he's from EC background. He's an expert in that, because he has been observing his friends in other IITs as well. So that's why he is having expert knowledge in whatever branches are there for EC students. Right. Next, we'll talk about for low gate score. I mean, if the gate score is like 450, 500 or a little less than that, there are options in IITs also. There are options in IITs, but we have to compromise on the specialization. What are those options? So he's having wonderful idea about what branches you can apply with the low gate score also. So you can follow this. Right. Whatever we're discussing in today's session will be relevant for next year also. If you're writing GATE this year, for you also, this will be an amazing session. It will be relevant for you. Right. So next, college versus specialization. So whether you should choose college means if you got some seat in IIT Madras and you got some other specialization, good specialization in IIT Trichy, what should you choose? Okay. So he'll give some insights about that also. And then we'll talk about some invisible option. This option you'll not get anywhere. Okay. So since this guy, he's studying and he's having contact with his friends who are studying in IITs and NITs. So this guy is aware of some options which many students or many people don't know. There are some newly introduced branches also which many people don't know. So because you don't know about that branch, you'll be afraid to apply for that branch because you're not sure of your career. If I take that branch, will I get placement or not? You're not sure. So you might opt out, but that branch might be an amazing branch with amazing placements. He told me about few options like that, some invisible options that students don't know. So, and so there are some options which will give packages which are more than 40-50 lakhs also. There are some options. So such invisible options also we'll be talking about. So should you opt for the next round? This is the most important thing while applying for M.Tech admission in IITs or NITs. Should you opt for the next round or accept the offer in the present round? Many students will have confusion about this. In second round, you'll get some option in IIT Kanpur with some specialization. So we are confused whether I should wait for next round for IIT Madras or Bombay, or should I take it up? So every student will have that confusion. So you'll not have that confusion after this session, because Srikanth will give you some insights, which Telegram groups to follow, or what is the right thought process, and he'll give you some idea about how to take that decision. Whether should you wait for the next round or should you take the present option? So that is a very important decision we have to make while we are in M.Tech admission process, right? So that is the agenda of this session, right? So now Srikanth will take over. Srikanth, thanks for coming and thanks for taking your time to come and give this session to my students. And this the screen is all yours. Now you can present whatever you wish to present. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Yeah. Coming to like admission process, I will be guiding today, like with your rank, what options is like, how you can better utilize your option, and what are the other options like which you might not be noticed while going through the notifications of any IITs or NITs.
Okay.
So I'll be briefing those all the options that are available. So like if your rank is below 200, for sure, like I say, you should go for IISc.
Okay.
Like even if you are from general category, you have like pretty good chances of getting into IISc. There are like very good number of branches now in IISc. Even in the last year, like there was one new branch was introduced related to VLSI, that is EPD. So it's easy to get into the IISc if you have a rank of below 200. So for that, what you need to is like utilize the time that you have now and prepare well for the written exam, that whichever the written exam or interview process which is going to conducted by the IISc. So if you have a rank below 200, I guess like you are very good at aptitude and mathematics part, which was mostly tested by the IISc faculty during the selection process. So if you have like below 200, like your target should be IISc. Somehow like you should get into IISc, whatever the branch, even like if it is a VLSI or electronic system design or some other branches, like you will get like mostly related to VLSI only.
Okay.
And if your rank is below 500, so there is a good chance of getting into IISc but like few people will feel like these branches may not be fit for me. Like for sure I want VLSI only. So those people can try for other IITs, but there are chances to get into IISc. So I'll discuss like what branches you can get with the rank like below 500. I'll brief in the next slide when we discuss about the branches in IISc. And if your rank is below 1000, there is a very like numerous options available for you, whether it is IITs or NITs or BITS or IIT Bangalore. So all these like the NITs that I was mentioning were top NITs where the placements was pretty good and equivalent to top IITs. And one thing I want to clarify here is like people, like few people will feel like if I go to NIT or if I go to like what do you say, BITS or IIT Bangalore or some lower colleges, you like may feel what do you say, like the packages which I'm going to get there is not like as high as IITs. So whenever like when we speak related to company, if the company is recruiting a fresher, it won't think about the package, because whatever the package they are offering to NITs or IITs, it's going to be the same. But where the change will come, like then you may think, what's the point of going to IIT? Why there is a such high priority to the IITs? Because the role matters. The like once you get into the job, like IIT people may get some good role in the company, but whereas NITs, there also there is a chances, but like the probability of it may decrease. So that's where the matter. But there were like pretty good options even in top NITs, BITS, and IIT Bangalore also. I'll discuss that.
Let me stop you once. So what do you mean by top IITs? What IIT can you tell me? Which have equivalent placements to top IITs? NIT Trichy, apart from that?
NIT Trichy, Warangal, Surathkal, Calicut.
Warangal, Surathkal,
Calicut.
Yeah,
and up to some extent in IIT Roorkela.
IIT Roorkela. IIT or NIT?
Sorry, NIT Roorkela. Sir.
NIT Roorkela. Roorkee or Roorkela?
Roorkela.
Okay. Right. So apart from these things, what are the other options other than IITs? BITS, right?
Yeah, BITS. BITS was like it has very good placements. I say like equivalent to NIT Trichy, because the one thing,
IITs, you can say.
Yeah.
Only Pilani or Goa also is fine.
In all campuses, like placements were very good, sir, for M.Tech.
Okay. Pilani, Goa, and Hyderabad also there is.
Hyderabad also good.
Yeah. So BITS, any of these branches is very good, it seems.
Yeah.
For all these branches, same companies are recruiting all these colleges, all these three branches together, it seems.
No, like companies will visit like individually to each campus.
Individually to each colleges. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But same companies are visiting for all colleges equally.
Yeah, almost same companies were visiting. Like one or two companies may differ. Okay. The good thing about the BITS Pilani, like any BITS campus is like if you see in any academic year, the placement is going to start with BITS only. So, so like mostly like like if you see the statistics of BITS, then we can come to know how the recruitment is going in that year.
Okay.
So,
okay.
We can say it's the starting point for the placements for any academic year, and followed by like IIT Bangalore, and then comes into the next NITs.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, coming to this discussion, like if you have like rank below 1500, then like there is a good options for IITs and NITs. Even like below 200, the same thing. And even if you have a rank greater than 2000, you have a like pretty good options in IITs and NITs.
IITs and NITs, but we have to compromise with specialization, right?
Specializations and like kind of course instead of like M.Tech.
Instead of M.Tech, we have options like MS. As the rank increases, we have to compromise for specialization as well as with the course also. I mean, there are two types of courses: M.Tech or MS.
MS or M.Tech 3 years.
Yeah, in IIT Bombay they call it as M.Tech 3-year course.
3 years.
Yeah, in IIT Madras they call it as MS course.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, the best rankers will get M.Tech easily. Whereas as the rank goes high, we can't get M.Tech in top branches. We might get, as the rank increases, we might get M.Tech in lower level specializations, means not the top package specializations, but the lower package specializations, or we have to go with the course, MS course. The rank is around 1500, 2000. we can try for
If you
MS
want
in
like
IIT.
IITs, then we can compromise with the course.
Yes.
We can
If you
go
want
for 3
IIT
years.
badly with big rank, then you can
Yes.
choose MS course in IIT Madras or other IITs, or M.Tech course in IIT Bombay. But yeah, and you don't need to compromise on course also, right? For MS, you don't need to compromise on course, right, Srikanth?
Specialization, it's fine. So like we can get with 1500.
We don't need to compromise, right?
Yes, sir.
I think we can get VLSI also. We can get with
We can get
1500.
it. Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So, but if you want M.Tech only and VLSI top branches only, then you have to compromise the college.
College.
For NITs.
Yeah, that's like your preference, like which you want to compromise.
What is your priority?
Yes, sir.
You want that IIT tag, or if you want that IIT tag, you have to compromise on the branch.
Yes,
or you have to compromise on the course. Okay.
Course.
If you are not bothered about IIT tag, and if you want the placement is your priority, then you can go with VLSI or top branches with top NITs also.
Top NITs. Yes, sir.
With these ranks also, you can get these things.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, 2000 also same thing. I think we can say.
Yeah,
right?
with 2000, like there is a pretty good chances to get MS call from IIT Kanpur and IIT Bombay.
MS from
IIT Kanpur. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And IIT Bombay for few branches like electronic systems.
Okay, so for some branches, not all branches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For MS call also, it's not like all ranks will be called. So based on the rank, as the rank increases, calls for top branches will not be there.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
but you will get call for some branches definitely. So to this rank, there are chances.
Yeah, there are chances, like, but if you want like badly IIT, then I suggest like to go for new IITs like IIT Tirupati, IIT Palakkad. Like there was a new branch introduced in IIT Palakkad called SOC, System on Chip Designs. So it was from like last year, the placements was good even in IIT Palakkad, and we can easily get even with rank greater than 2000.
2000 also. With rank greater than 2000 also, you can apply for new IITs. New IITs also, I heard that placements are good. May not be, this number of companies visiting new IITs may not be as good as old IITs, but sufficient number of companies will come. Actually, in top IITs, the number of companies that visit are huge actually. Means they come around 200 to 250 companies will come. To get all the students placed also, 50 to 100 companies are more than sufficient. But more companies will come for IITs. In new IITs, definitely sufficient number of companies, like 50 to 100 companies definitely will visit. So you are having a good chance of getting placed. But if you can maintain good CGPA, definitely your chances are more. Correct? Yeah. CGPA is very important in IITs or NITs.
Yeah, that plays very major role coming to placements.
And that too, exams are not so easy like our BTech exams, right?
Yes, sir.
CGPA in IITs or NITs means, okay, they are the real CGPAs. It's not like we can't by heart and get CGPAs, okay, in IITs, especially because I have personally faced, and Srikanth also has personally faced the exams, right? So they are tough exams. They're definitely no less than GATE exam level. So because of that, we have to prepare properly. Without preparation, without proper understanding of the concepts, we can't get marks. So if the CGPA of any student who is in IITs or NITs, if his CGPA is good, means he would have done a lot of hard work in IITs or NITs.
And like coming to like few IITs, they had like kind of even CGPA system. Like the top is 8, then next comes to top is 10, then next comes to 8. Like there won't be 9 in between. So if you can't score 8, then your CGPA will fall into 6, not 7. So those cases, it's very difficult to maintain CGPA. That mainly I seen in IIT Kanpur, sir.
Kanpur does do that. Okay. There are CGPAs like 10, 8, 6 like that only, it seems. There are no 9 and 7s. But most of the IITs, it's like continuous number only, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I think most of the students are aware of the CGPA concept. Yeah. So shall we start with this, Srikanth, or anything else you want to share?
Yeah, we can continue with IISc, sir.
So now in this slide, Srikanth is going to share what branches are there in IISc Bangalore, and he'll talk about whatever important information is there regarding these branches. Go ahead, Srikanth.
Yeah, coming to IISc, I will segregate this into 2 parts. Like few might had a feel that during graduation, you might have missed doing into CSE courses. Like you feel like I might have done my graduation in CSE and I should have landed in some dream, what do you say, kind of Microsoft or Google, but you might have missed that. So here there is a option for you, even not in IISc, there are like many other colleges which offer CSE courses now. So if you have like kind of that feel, there are 2 branches in IISc. That is, one is computational and data science. The first one.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the computer science branch.
Computer science branch, and which allows EC students.
This is CS branch, which allows EC students. And one more?
Artificial intelligence, the bottom one, sir.
Yeah, artificial intelligence. This also is a CS branch, but EC students also will be allowed.
Yes, sir. Yeah, coming to these two branches, like you are no less than any CS graduate from any IIT or IISc. So the course curriculum is very like extraordinary, I say. You can learn from very scratch, even if you don't know the coding. So it starts with basic coding like C and Python. Okay. So you can build up from very scratch. Like it's very kind of like, even if you have studied C in your graduation, but like you feel the difference, like how the people from top institutes study coding, like how they really develop interest in coding. So these two branches were really awesome. And coming to placements, like we cannot like think about the placements, because CS has such a huge demand in the world.
Yeah, we don't need to think about placements because high packages will be definitely offered, right?
Yes, sir. Like you can easily expect like 25 plus, even if you maintain like average CGPA.
Average CGPA. For a top student?
Yeah, for top students, like if it is a foreign offer, you can expect like 60, 70 LPA. And like many companies like recruiting from IISc or related to artificial intelligence and machine learning. And these roles are paying a lot compared to other roles nowadays. So it has a very high demand in the market, these two branches. And if you have like really have a dream of doing any such kind of CS courses, so I suggest like blindly go with computation, and the first one, computational and data science or artificial intelligence. So for sure you will be get placed in top company with decent pay.
Yeah, let me add one point, Srikanth, here. Actually, this artificial intelligence is not like a core CS branch. It's okay. It's not a core CS branch, but programming is required. If you want to do artificial intelligence or machine learning, definitely some kind of programming like Python programming or JavaScript kind of programming, one or two programming languages are required.
Yes, sir.
So programming is not the important thing here in these courses. In artificial intelligence especially, programming is required, but programming is not everything. So you need to learn, you need to have a lot of mathematical knowledge also, right? A lot of maths is involved in these courses. So when maths is involved, a computer science student and we both are equal. Only thing is we are little less in coding. We can develop that skill. That's not a big deal. So artificial intelligence means don't think that's a completely computer science branch. It is equally good for all the branches. Only thing is we have to learn some coding. Okay. Yeah, Srikanth, continue, please.
Yeah, coming to like if you want really VLSI things, so there are like plenty options available in IISc. The first thing comes into the mind is microelectronics and VLSI design.
Okay.
The one highlighted in.
Okay, this one. This is the first option, right?
Yes, sir. So many will prefer the first option as microelectronics and VLSI design.
Okay.
So the next comes into the electronics system design, the second one, ED.
This is the second option that you can choose in IISc.
Yeah,
this is also corresponding to VLSI. Yeah.
So these two have a kind of very high demand in the IISc. So like any top ranker, let's say if it is a general category, I can say if you have a rank below 50, then only you can get these branches.
Okay. Rank should be less than 50.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then?
So obviously, like these two branches, like everyone might be knowing these two branches as you are a core ECE student. So, but even if you don't get these two branches, like there were other options where you can get into VLSI company, that is electronics and communication engineering. That first one is good at like placements.
This also we can get VLSI placements, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And the signal processing has a really good placements.
Okay. Okay. Signal, this is a separate category. It's not VLSI, right? Signal processing is a separate branch, but good placements will be there, right?
Good placements, yes, sir.
Yeah, we can say good placements for this branch also. Signal processing is always of high demand.
Yeah, unlike signal processing, will have a subjects kind of what do you say, machine learning, neural networks, these things. So companies will have a kind of a lot of requirement for these branches nowadays. So you can easily get placement even in the kind of corona situation, like everyone had 100 like placement during the season.
Okay.
Like next comes to like few people still wants like VLSI, as these two mostly dealing with the kind of programming things. So there is another branch which like many people won't be noticing, that is instrumentation systems. So many people will think it as a it's a purely instrumentation branch. But when you go through the curriculum, it has a lot of things available as a electives. Like you can choose pure VLSI branches as electives in it. So many people in the instrumentation systems from IISc, what they do is like only like very few subjects they will take from instrumentation, and most of the subjects they will take it from VLSI background. So that's where like they won't be like, if a company visits, they won't find any difference between instrumentation students or what is a microelectronics and VLSI design students.
Yes.
So even if you have a like rank of around like 150 to 100, you can try for this instrumentation system thing. And there is another branch called electronic product design. It was recently introduced in the last year.
Okay.
So when we see the cutoff for the last year, it had like around 400 to 450, the cutoff for EPD. So this year it may increase slightly. It may go around what do you say, around 300 or 250. But it's a very good branch, as the government of India has started a few initiatives on what do you say, electronics manufacturing in India. So this branch has come out, but the curriculum of this branch is really interesting. And one more thing about the EPD is, if we talk about the few subjects in India, which like many colleges offering, there was electronics packaging was a subject. Means once the chip is fabricated, once the chip is out, the packaging is a kind of another domain. And no college in India is offering that course. Only the IISc is the one offering. So based on that, like
it's a rare course.
Yes, sir. Based on that, this product has come, like this design has what do you say? This course has come.
Is introduced. Yeah.
Yeah. The curriculum, if you see the electronic product design, it has a more of VLSI things along with packaging. So EPD is really good for actually the first batch has not yet come out. So most probably it will be in the 2023, but for sure like it will have a good demand in the market. So next come to the few branches, like left out branches, that is which allows EC students. So if anyone really wants to do some research and like they want to do some kind of PhD things, so there were a few branches like nanoscience, which you can easily get at even 500 gate score, that is around 1500 gate rank. And quantum technology, it was like a lot of research is going on in IISc on quantum technology. So you can opt for quantum technology if you're like not for like not thinking much about the placements, because the companies like which recruiting on quantum technology were very few in India. But like if you want to study in IISc, you can join on quantum technology and like take few subjects apart from quantum technology, like C kind of like coding things, and you can get into things. But I don't think like it has a what do you say, pure core companies like kind of which work on quantum technology.
So but Srikanth, these are all M.Tech courses only, na?
Yes, sir. Pure M.Tech courses.
But you're saying it's research, means M.Tech we don't do much research, no? We just do courses and we just do a decent project, right?
Yes, sir. Like based on that, like the professors will have a lot of contacts even at the foreign universities. So if you are like interested in research, like had a dream in doing PhD in long term.
Means if our idea is to do PhD,
yes, sir,
then these branches are good.
Yes, sir.
More focus is on research here.
Research
so placements we can't be guaranteed, we can say, right?
Placements we can get some software companies, but I won't suggest like to go for that.
Go for placement. For the sake of placement, it's not good to choose these branches.
Yes, sir.
We can go for other IITs.
Other
If
IITs.
this is our priority, it's better to opt out of these options. But if you're really interested in one of these areas in terms of research, if you want to pursue PhD, then only choose these options.
Yes, sir.
But PhD is research is wonderful in IISc. That is the best college that in our country for research facilities, and the fact that the professors available over there are, you can say, god level. So the best people available in the country. Even compared to international standards also, they are like at that level. So many Stanford and topmost colleges in foreign universities also, they come as visiting faculties here.
Yes.
They'll be available here. Okay, but if any of you, very less people, less students will be interested in PhDs and all that. But still, if there are one or two students, our discussion might be helpful for them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So shall we move on to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
So our discussion regarding IISc Bangalore is over. So finally, if you just let me just summarize. So there are a lot of options with VLSI. Though one or two branches only you might be knowing about VLSI, there are other branches which are having courses. I mean, the subjects that you are going to learn there are some subjects corresponding to VLSI. If you have learned some subjects corresponding to VLSI, you can sit for a VLSI company and it is possible to get the wonderful placements of VLSI. Okay. Right. How about communication branches in IISc, Srikanth? How about the placements there?
Sir, mostly students from even communication, like they prefer to go with VLSI companies. So mostly they'll take electives as VLSI things.
VLSI.
But even the placements for communication branches were really good. Like Broadcom, Qualcomm were visiting, and they were taking. Yes, but very few companies in the communication side. But whereas coming to that, in the same way, like signal processing side had more opportunities than communication side.
Okay, but when we talk about communication branches, right? So it's not in IISc also there are communication branches, but when you take communication branches, signals and systems, signals courses, and I mean signal processing courses also will be there for us. Compulsory courses will be there. So if you can do some advanced course on signal processing, then you should be able to sit for a signal processing companies.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
so there are two options for communication students. By doing advanced courses in communication and sitting for communication companies, you can get placed in Qualcomm or Broadcom, or some companies are there. Definitely some companies are there, but the number of companies which are taking for placements are less compared to VLSI companies. Okay, it does not mean that the communication specialization is not having any opportunities. It is having, but relatively less compared to VLSI. And communication also, once you take communication, you'll be having some common subjects for signal processing. Take more signal processing subjects if you are interested, and sit for signal processing placements, which will be very good placements. Or taking communication, you can take electives which are common to VLSI and sit for VLSI placements if you're not interested in communication. But still you got communication in IISc, then you can do that. In either IITs also, you can plan in the similar manner. Srikanth, shall we move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. IIT Bombay. A lot of courses.
Yeah, IIT Bombay had a very kind of long list in the admissions for EC students.
Okay.
So there were few branches in the aerospace and the aerodynamics side, which EC students can join. Like few might have felt like I should have gone to aerodynamics kind of thing, but here you can utilize these options.
Okay.
There was a kind of dynamics and control branch.
Okay.
Which allows EC students to sit for admissions.
Okay.
And here also, like coming to the branches, there were two main branches for VLSI: integrated circuits and systems.
Okay.
And electronic systems, like everyone might be knowing. Even it has a high demand in the admissions. But like coming to the other branches, which students were not aware much, one is solid state devices.
Okay, this is also a VLSI branch, right?
Yeah, it is a VLSI branches, but the thing is, in the solid state devices, the curriculum will be more of device physics.
Okay.
So we have to take those courses, mandatory kind of courses, and apart from that, you can take the courses from integrated circuits and systems. That is pure VLSI courses. So I guess there are 5 courses mandatory, and you can take around 6 courses as electives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 courses you can focus on VLSI course, pure VLSI courses.
Pure VLSI courses. And like coming to knowledge wise, there is no much difference between the solid state devices and integrated circuit students. And this year it had a 100% placement.
Okay, wonderful.
And even the minimum package was around 80. So everyone got placed above 80.
Okay.
And the one more thing is like IIT Bombay has a advantage of like visiting more companies. Like if we see the list of companies visiting IIT Bombay, I can say it's a top institute which gets like most number of companies.
Most number of placements.
More placements, and even the number of companies was more. So if the market is good, you can easily get placed in IIT Bombay. But coming to what do you say, cons of IIT Bombay, if you like really want what do you say IIT Bombay, if you see the strength of the VLSI students sitting for the placements, what do you say in it will have around like more than 150 students in the VLSI domain itself.
Oh, in IIT Bombay.
Yes, sir.
Huge competition there.
Huge competition. Like apart from what do you say, B.Tech students, I was talking about only M.Tech students.
Okay.
Because there were 3 pure VLSI branches: electronic systems, integrated circuits, and solid state devices.
Okay.
So these 3 branches will have like around 70 strength, 70 to 80. Okay. And apart from that, there were RA students, 3 years M.Tech students.
Okay.
So they will be sitting placements along with you. So the strength will add up. And apart from these 2 branches, there were other branches like control and computing branches. They'll also sit for VLSI placements.
Okay.
And systems and control engineering. So they'll also sit for VLSI. So if we talk about the competition, it has a very high competition in the for placements. But equally, there were a very good number of companies visiting IIT Bombay.
Finally, all these 150 students also will get placed, correct?
Yeah, this year it had a like by the end of around 6th day, everyone got placed. Yes, sir. Yeah, and coming to the other branches, there was like system and control engineering, which allows ECE student. So it had around a gate score of 790 cutoff in the last year.
The cutoffs, right?
Yes, sir. Cutoffs, that is general, EWS, OBC, SC, ST. The order is
general, OBC,
EWS, second one. Yes,
okay. OBC,
SC, ST. So this is the order of cutoffs for IIT Bombay. So system and control has a what do you say, good opportunities in the VLSI domain, because those people will be taking very few courses from their core branches, and mostly they will be sitting for VLSI branches, VLSI placements.
I mean, you mean electives, or else their core subjects also? There are some common VLSI subjects?
No, sir. Electives.
In electives only we have to take.
Yeah, electives only we have to take.
It's like not a EC branch. It looks like a more of a electrical branch, but EC students also are allowed for this. Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and the branches which I mentioned, like many won't be looking like EC branches. Like what is a technology and development? Like no one might have until know that. So so these branches also like allows EC people for the.
The point is, if they are allowing you into IIT Bombay through some branch, just get into it.
Yeah.
Right. And take electives with VLSI specialization or signal processing specialization also, and sit for the right placements, VLSI placements or signal processing. You can get wonderful placements.
Yes, sir.
And
then if you see that solid state devices, I want to add one point. If you see the gate score, the cutoff for general category itself, it was 712.
Okay.
So if you see the rank for 712 in the last year, it was around 400.
Okay.
So if 400 student is equally treated as what do you say, top 50, it's like wonderful thing. So the thing is like you have to search the options like which has like equal importance as VLSI students. So those students like which have done good research in the last year, they might have joined solid state devices, and they were equally treated as integrated circuits and system students.
Yeah, I hope everybody understood. Let me just restate that statement Srikanth made. He made a wonderful statement here. Many people don't know that solid state devices is as good as VLSI. Okay, many people don't know. Generally, core VLSI branches will be over for below 100 or 150 rank, correct? But whereas solid state devices ended up till 300 rank. Student who has good knowledge, 400. A student who has good knowledge of what branches will do what, like Srikanth, people who are attending this session will have good knowledge about this. So solid state devices is a wonderful branch which can give wonderful placements like VLSI branches. So a student in the previous year got with the 400 rank also got this. He got into IIT Bombay. He got the same packages as the other VLSI student who got less than 50, less than 100 rank. Okay. Next year also, many people may not be aware. So next time, some people might have got awareness of it. So the rank might like slightly decrease, but still there are chances. People will not prefer unknown branches because they don't have any idea of it. So you can make use of those unknown branches. And there are many unknown branches that we'll discuss in the further slides. Srikanth, anything else we want to share here? One more thing.
There were like few other branches which IIT Bombay allows us for EC students. Okay. But coming to placements wise, it's not so good. But there is one branch like I want to mention specially, that is geoinformatics and natural resources engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, this branch like mostly mechanical and civil people will prefer. Okay. But good thing about this branch is the subjects it had in the curriculum was machine learning, artificial intelligence, neural networks, and what do you say, image processing related to satellite things. Okay. So like signal processing things it had. So it's more of like if you see people like if you are interested really in kind of signal processing or machine learning things, or kind of coding things, you can join this geoinformatic things, as it has a pure kind of CSC related curriculum along with processing like signal processing or image processing. Like it has a very good demand in the placement side, like
we can
IT side
placements, right?
Yes.
Because CS companies also who are working on ML and AI, definitely they will also prefer these guys. By the look of it, by the statements, if you see this geoinformatics and natural resources, it looks like it's not at all related to us. But they are also allowing EC students because the curriculum has subjects which are relevant to us, right? So take this branch, you'll be learning most of ML, AI, signal processing stuff, and you should be able to easily get placed into ML, AI companies or signal processing companies.
Yeah, and one more thing I would like to add here is, if you say about civil or mechanical people, you might be heard what is the maximum package they can get in top NITs or IITs, or what is even in IISc. It won't be like maximum 12 or 13 LPA. Yes. But like geoinformatics and natural resources is very good option for those people. Like if anyone is attending from civil or mechanical, so please consider this option. Like explore the curriculum of this. If you're really interested and if you are able to study those things which were mentioned in the curriculum, please go it. Like if your main criteria is placements, you can blindly go through it.
Go ahead.
Because like the packages which the people from geoinformatics were getting more than 15 LPA, I can say.
Minimum. Best at least it can be 25, 30, 35, 40 also.
Yes, sir.
Based on the company. Yeah, he's talking about the minimum thing. Srikanth, we'll just stop for a minute and we'll just see the comments here.
Yes, sure, sir.
Are you able to see the comments?
No, sir, I cannot. Can you?
Okay, just open your phone and see the comments. Parthivan, you're saying GATE 2020, please score is 332. Please help me with good colleges. IIT. Hi, Ajay. Ajay is also Srikanth's batchmate. He's also running some YouTube channel. He's giving some wonderful information to students. You can follow his channel also. And guys, you don't forget to follow our channel, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to like our session. So if you like the content that we are delivering. And you're asking something, Mohan, Sai, for instrumentation, we can get integrated circuits and design. So Mohan is asking, for instrumentation, can we get integrated circuits and design? Is that possible? Can instrumentation students apply for that? Integrated circuits and design?
I'm not sure, sir. Like I should check. Like you can go through the admission brochure, which was released by IIT Bombay. So it had a column like which branch was eligible for
which branch was eligible for each of the specialization.
It was clearly mentioned in the brochure. All this content I have taken from brochure itself.
Brochure only, okay.
Even cutoffs, including cutoffs, I have taken from there.
Srikanth, one more thing. Yes, what about biomedical? Any idea about biomedical?
Yeah, like biomedical, what is the placements wise, it's not so great. But if you are really interested in doing PhD, I say biomedical is good. Like it has a lot of scope and like easy to complete the PhD.
Okay, biomedical, if you means pure biomedical, if you want to do, it's good for a PhD choice.
Yeah.
If you want to do PhD, then only it's a good choice. Otherwise, can we do VLSI electives? No? How about that?
VLSI electives was limited for biomedical engineering. But core companies visiting for biomedical was like were not offering so great packages. Like it was around like 8 to 10 LPA, and a few what is a medical equipment companies were visiting.
Okay.
For biomedical, but package wise it's not so great, sir.
Okay.
Like instead, like you can, because if I see the cutoff for the biomedical engineering, it was around 740. It was around like 400 rank. So with that 400 rank, you can easily get some other branches. Some other colleges with better.
Some other better choices also would be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say if the student takes biomedical engineering, because that is what he's getting in one of the colleges. So yes, what is his option? Let's say he's interested in VLSI placements only. Is it possible?
Yeah, if he has to do some kind of courses.
Some electives he can take.
Some electives he can take. And if he is good, like college won't restrict any student to sit for any company.
Yeah. No restrictions on
college.
Any student, any specialization can sit for any placement.
But right? The thing is, in taking electives, there was a restriction from, what do you say?
How many we can take? Okay, guide will decide. Okay.
Guide will decide that.
Okay. Srikanth, one more question. So a biomedical student. So let's say I've taken a biomedical. I am doing my first semester. In first semester, I'll not worry about project or guide. Correct? Yes, in second semester or third semester, we'll bother about the guide, right? Yes, so when can we approach guides in VLSI area only? If you can convince some guide that we are seriously interested in VLSI, yes, then he will ask us to take electives in VLSI only. No? Is that possible?
That is possible, but the thing is, guide has to accept that.
Guide has to accept it. So he has to see your sincerity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, many students will be mailing to guides, even like from electronic systems.
Competition will be there. Yeah. We have to keep continuously be after the guide. Means even when I was studying, there was one girl from some other department, some mechanical or some, I don't remember the branch exactly, biotechnology, something like that. But she used to work in our signal processing department. The thing is, she has convinced the guide that she is very much interested. So guide was not able to refuse her. So she was as good as a signal processing student. So she was sitting for placements as a signal processing student. So if you take biomedical or some other unknown branch also, it depends on you. So you should convince the guide, whichever means if you are interested in VLSI placements, convince VLSI guide so that you can take VLSI courses. Because once you choose the guide, whatever area he is working on, for that area, for you to work on that area, you have to do some courses, because without some knowledge you can't do project, right? Yes. So guide will tell you, take these courses, so and so course he'll tell. So once you take those courses, you will have some idea of the subject which you have to work on. So if you choose VLSI guide, so he will ask you to take VLSI courses only, which will be relevant for your placements.
Yes.
Okay, any branch you can do this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one more, any other comment? Let's close the comments and let's move forward. One more comment we'll see. Best choices for any idea for instrumentation in IIT Bombay, Srikanth? For instrumentation also, obviously VLSI branches, they are eligible, right?
Yes, sir. Instrumentation, VLSI, it's eligible, sir.
All VLSI branches, instrumentation guys are also eligible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, but your rank should be very, very small, right?
Yeah.
The number of students from instrumentation that they take will be smaller, right?
Smaller. Yes, sir.
Very few students they'll take. So your rank should be like top 50 or less than that, I think.
Less than that, it should be. Yeah, because the scores will be higher, sir, for the instrumentation.
Yeah.
Even like if we say 50th ranker will have around score 800, but the cutoffs will be more than 900.
Yeah, because the competition is less.
Yeah.
Kamble, we are means this session is for ECE students. This is not for civil students, guy, because we're talking about specializations only of ECE and EEE. Okay. So let's continue, Srikanth. IIT Bombay is done. Let's go with IIT Madras. Yeah.
Yeah. IIT Madras has wide options, but it's very famous for few branches. What do you say? Integrated circuits and systems. It has a top professors from India. We say like Shanti Raman, Nagendra Krishnapura.
Yeah. I remember those professors.
Yeah. Even like if you join some other IITs, you will be listening the NPTEL lectures of these professors.
Yes. So I'll tell Doctor or Professor Shanti Pawan is very popular also, right?
Yeah, Shanti Pawan and Nagendra Krishnapura sir.
Nagendra sir. So Shanti Pawan sir, Nagendra sir, and there are many other professors who are very popular. So if you are listening to NPTEL lectures, right, you'll be seeing wonderful lectures of analog electronics by Shanti Pawan sir, and they are like amazing teacher, amazing professors, and it's very hard to do project under them. It's very difficult. They are like very strict. Yeah, Srikanth, continue.
Yeah. So these two branches will have a kind of demand, and you will be like treated specially even after graduation, because if you have done project under Shanti Pawan sir and Nagendra Krishnapura, like you are like a next level. Yeah. So it has a high value in the market too. So here comes to like integrated circuits and systems and electronic systems design and instrumentation, microelectronics and VLSI design. Even though like the instrumentation branch, like electronic system design and instrumentation, you might feel like it's an instrumentation branch, but it has a lot of curriculum related to VLSI. And control and optimization to have like option to choose VLSI electives. So any of these branches, like you can be like given importance as VLSI students.
VLSI. So the whatever mark I have marked 3 branches, huh? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 branches. Any of these 4 branches are equally good as VLSI branch. So you'll have VLSI courses in all of them. So you'll be able to listen to, if you are fortunate, you'll be taking the courses from Shanti Pawan sir and Nagendra sir or some other amazing professors. Yeah, any of these 4 courses, you will get wonderful placements. And then remaining courses, can you explain, Srikanth?
Yeah, actually in this, along with that, like everyone might be knowing IIT Madras as a like very famous for analog designs. But there is another professor called Janaki Raman. Like whatever the college you join, even if it is a small NIT or top IISc, you will be listening to his NPTEL lectures. That is Digital IC design by Janaki Raman sir. So it's very famous. Like it's what is for VLSI placements, it's very like mandatory thing. Whichever the company you sit for placements, the questions will be from his lecture only.
From his lectures only.
Yeah, for digital profiles. Yeah.
Dr. Janaki Raman, right?
Janaki Raman, yes sir. So actually IIT Madras has very good professors in VLSI domain. Yeah, coming to other branches, there was one more branch called Industrial Mathematics and Scientific Computing. So it's a kind of computer science plus maths mix kind of thing. So you will be having more of mathematics along with programming. And coming to placements, it has very good placements. You will be like top companies will be visiting for those branches. Like you will be like if you have like really good interest in mathematics along with programming, this is really for you actually. Like few people might have like very good at mathematics, like they will be very good from their what is a plus 10, what is a plus 2 and plus 2 level. But during what is a graduation, will not be studying much about the mathematics. But here we'll be doing a lot of research in the mathematics along with programming, and we'll be applying for real-time problems. So that's a very good thing about this branch. And you will be allowed for all CS related placements in this.
So slightly higher rank, we should be able to get this, right? Because this is
no sir, it has a very high demand. This branch has very high demand. Yes. So if anyone has interest in mathematics plus programming, you can try.
Then you can try for this.
Yeah, I can say it has around cutoff for around 250, 300 rank in between. Even for EC people. So, but placements were very good. And
so to get any of these branches, Srikanth, to get any of these branches, what should be the rank roughly? What kind of rankers can expect these specializations? 300 below, we can expect.
In that, like 300 for general category, it's very difficult, sir. It will be around like 200. There is a chances. If you are from general category and if you want to only kind of electronic systems, so integrated circuits, VLSI core VLSI, then it should be around 100 below 100.
Below 100,
Because,
or there are
yeah,
chances
and-
below 200 also.
yeah, below 200, like you can join what do you say, uh, control and optimization.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
This one.
industrial mathematics. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And there is a
Anything else?
communication and signal processing you can get from around 200 rank, communication and signal processing, and it
Okay.
has the branch which you have done MTech, sir. The name has
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
communication and signal processing.
Yes, yes.
It has very good placements.
Signal processing placements you can attend,
and
as
communication.
well as communication placements also you can attend. There will be many signal processing companies and communication companies also will be there. So you are eligible to sit for both the companies. So that's an advantage here.
And there is other branches like manufacturing engineering, but coming to placements wise, it's kind of more mechanical companies will be visiting.
Okay.
So the coming to like package wise, it won't be that high. It will be around 10 LPA.
Okay.
So it's not like great for EC students because we are getting high pay like compared to this.
Okay.
And there is another branch called clinical engineering. Like many might not be knowing this. Many might not have heard it. And this we can get around even if you have a rank of up to 800,000 in the clinical engineering. Many biomedical engineering students will be joining this branch. Those who have done graduation in biomedical engineering, they will prefer this. So they'll be doing research on kind of some materials like which will be used in medical department.
Okay.
And a few equipments like what do you say, kind of medical equipments that were really used in hospitals. Okay. So the interesting thing about this clinical engineering is like 6 months only will be at the college, and 1 year will be at tied up hospitals. It has some tie up with I guess CMC hospital.
The top hospitals. Okay.
Yeah. So you'll be doing some kind of projects in the hospitals. But coming to placements, it also has a good placement, but package wise, it's not so great. It will be around 12 to 15 LPA.
Okay.
The companies that visit to clinical engineering was more of medical manufacturing equipment companies.
Okay. So that's it now. We have covered everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. RF and photonics, you have highlighted.
RF and photonics, like I was not sure about that branch because it has like some admission criteria. Only few branches will be added. EC was not allowed for that, sir. I guess instrumentation people were allowed in it.
RF and photonics. Okay.
Yes, that's like even though it was named from name as RF, but EC was not allowed. Yeah.
Okay. So shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, there was a like small comparison here between IIT Madras and IIT Bombay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Many people like the top rankers, like which had a rank around 100 and 150. They had a feel like which to choose between IIT Madras and IIT Bombay, because IIT Madras had very good professors. And like if you really want analog domain, like you feel like the professors at IIT Madras were great. But the thing about what do you say, the comparison between IIT Madras and IIT Bombay is coming to placements competition. IIT Madras has a very little competition. I say because the strength is very less. The companies will be visiting almost same as IIT Bombay. So the strength is very less, so you can easily get placements in IIT Madras. But whereas in IIT Bombay, the strength is more. But like if you see the past history of what is IIT Bombay admissions, the top rankers will be preferring IIT Bombay. So you can like what do you say, get a kind of friendship with more kind of smart people. I see.
But placement wise, we can say they're equally good, right? IIT Madras.
Placement wise, equally good. But IIT Madras has a little competition than IIT Bombay.
Okay.
But like
competition is
number of people sitting for placements.
Bombay is more.
Bombay is had a high competition, whereas IIT Madras it has very little competition.
But still they get placed somehow because the number of companies are more. Yeah, definitely they're going to get placed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anything else we want to add regarding these?
We can move next.
Yeah. So
IIT Kanpur has like a very fixed number of branches. Mostly people will be preferring microelectronics and VLSI as a first choice, followed by signal processing and networks.
Okay.
So normally these two branches has a high demand. If you want microelectronics and VLSI, your rank should be below 200.
Okay.
And signal processing, we can expect up to 400 rank. But there are a lot of dilemma between the people like who choose signal processing and what is SPCOM, we call that branch.
We call it as, in short, we call it as SPCOM. Yeah.
SPCOM. The strength for these branches around like they take intake of this branch is around 45.
Okay, 45. Good number, na? Very good number.
But coming to placements, it's very difficult to get placed in SPCOM because
more students are there. That's
more students was SN.
Okay.
So many will be preparing for VLSI placements. If you see the past history, somehow they were getting placed, but it was like dragging up to last day of the placements. Like even they were not getting placed immediately. Like many people will be asking about this question, like which to choose between SPCOM, like IIT Kanpur SPCOM and NIT Trichy VLSI.
Okay.
Because with this rank, like they could able to get NIT Trichy VLSI and
400.
SPCOM.
Yeah.
Yes,
you're same as yours, right?
Yes. So I seen many people like those who stayed in SPCOM and succeeded in placements, and I seen like a few people like who joined NIT Trichy and what do you say, like they too succeeded equally.
Getting success.
Yeah. So if we talk about the pros and cons about this, if you stay in IIT Kanpur, it has a brand value of IIT time.
IIT.
Yeah. And
placement also. Placement not in VLSI.
Yeah, placement you have to work hard daily because you have to study VLSI subjects apart from SPCOM subjects. And like if you go to NIT Trichy, the academic pressure might be less, but placement wise, it's a like you can easily get placed there.
Yeah.
So
with this rank, if your priority is placements, NIT Trichy is a better option. But if your priority is IIT tag, then definitely you can go with IIT Kanpur. This rank, around this rank.
And there are other branches, RF photonics and RF and microwaves and photonics. These two branches had a kind of like they won't be these branches won't be having core placements because the companies were very less which was working on RF and microwave and photonics side. But what these people will be doing is they have taken electives as VLSI subjects, and they were allowed to take in IIT Kanpur.
Okay.
So they were getting succeeded in the past years, except that the year which had a COVID effect. So no year they were like affected, and even intake was less in these two branches. So it's easy to get succeeded in the companies.
Okay.
The company visits.
So I think the point is these branches also you can take, and in IIT Kanpur they will allow it seems electives. You can take VLSI electives it seems. So you can sit with VLSI placements.
Yeah.
And don't try to assume things like during COVID situation, whatever are the placements, you don't try to decide the placement. The next year placements will be based on how it happened in the COVID time, because every 10-15 years one disaster will happen. For me also, I have faced one disaster. Like in 2008, when I'm in engineering, third year, final year, a recession happened. If you remember, 2008 housing scam, housing thing happened in housing bubble, right? Yeah, that happened, and a lot of recession, a lot of jobs were being laid off. Even we faced a lot of difficulty in placements. Though I have studied in very good college, there was a lot of difficulty in placements. Even who are placed also, they were being called after 6 months, 1 year, with a lot of delay, they were being called. So every 10 years, there will be 1 year or 2 years of a tough period. In that period, however good you are, the placements will be tough only. So don't try to judge the placements based on those tough situations. In the last 2 years also, COVID time is also a tough situation. So don't think that it takes 2 years for you to complete your masters. So at the end of 2 years, the placement will be definitely much better than this year also. Because you should not think that last year it was not good, next year also it will not be good. Don't think like that, because they are special cases. COVID does not come every year. Na? It happens once in a decade, or COVID is like once in a century kind of thing. Okay, those are rare events. So don't try to estimate based on those rare events. Okay. Shall we move, Srikanth? Anything else you want to add here?
Yes, sir. Next, we can go with next slide.
Kharagpur, lot of branches, lot of specializations.
Yeah, IIT Kharagpur has a what do you say? It has revisions in every year in their PG admissions. So this year also I see like a lot of revisions in IIT Kharagpur admissions.
Okay.
So it has like plenty of options for what is EC students especially.
Okay.
As usual, like everyone might be knowing microelectronics and VLSI circuits. It's like common thing for VLSI.
And then unknown things.
Yeah, in this like the unknown thing is recently it had a split in the one branch. Previously it is called as ISP, Instrumentation and Signal Processor. Now what they did is Instrumentation and Integrated Circuits and Signal Processing and Machine Learning. So that branch has split into two.
Okay.
One is Instrumentation and Integrated Electronics, and other is Signal Processing and Machine Learning.
Okay.
So if you see the curriculum of Instrumentation and Integrated Electronics,
okay,
it is pure VLSI subjects. Like only 2 or 3 subjects it has a kind from instrumentation, and remaining subjects they had a like mixed signal processing, analog IC design, digital IC design. So it has like pure VLSI subjects. And many people won't be knowing this thing. Like EC people were allowed to this, and the placements were really good. Even like even in the last year when the branch was ISP, I had a few friends from ISC branch, so everyone got placed into what is the top companies. Like I know my friend got placed in Micron, and others like everyone got placed into top companies. So even like this branch has VLS subjects in the previous curriculum. But the thing is, previously it used to allow only instrumentation students, and like it don't allow EC students. But this year had a like they were allowing even what is the EC people. So if you like rank is around what is a 500, you can easily get into it, because many people won't be knowing this branch. So if your rank is 500, like try this option.
Wonderful option. So though it looks like instrumentation branch, EC people are also allowed. Okay, make note of this, guys. This is a very important information.
It's a kind of SSD branch, because that time like no one will be knowing. So this year this branch will be not known to many. So if you make utilize of this option.
This one also we can. This is a its heading is very clear, right? Signal processing.
Signal and machine learning. Even this branch for sure it will have what do you say, good placements, because IIT Kharagpur had, if you see the CS background, like it has a very strong CS background, means related to coding, it has a very good background. So in the signal processing and machine learning, we can expect good placements, because the batch has not started. This is the first batch it is going to start.
Okay.
And coming to other branches, there is vision and intelligence systems. Previously, it was called as VIPES, visual and image processing. The name has changed.
Okay.
It has like the thing about good thing about this branch is previously many people won't be knowing it. Vision and intelligence systems.
Okay.
It has a kind of what do you say, more of coding things and embedded things.
This one.
Third one, vision and intelligence systems, that was highlighted in color.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can get this branch around 350 to 400 rank.
Okay.
It has like if you see the placements, the companies visiting for this branch was like Apple, Microsoft, Google. So these companies will be recruiting for this branch.
Very important information. Yeah.
And it has a kind of more of coding things. Coding means more related to EC coding, like embedded coding.
Okay.
So if you are okay with the coding things, I suggest to take this branch. Means it's placement wise, it has a very good value.
What is the package? You told me some package, right? Apple was taking placements of students.
Apple, yes, sir. Like every year, like Apple used to take at least 2 to 3 students from this branch.
Oh, what was the package? I think
figure I was not sure, sir.
Okay, but Apple means they'll pay wonderfully well, right?
Yes, sir. Because like as a EC students, like getting into Apple is a very big thing, that too in India. So and the offer which was coming from Apple was in India only, not a foreign offer.
Not abroad. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, based on the standards of Apple, they pay very high on par with Google, Microsoft, Amazon. That kind of payments we can expect, right?
Yes, sir. And even like IIT Kharagpur had a very good number of branches for EC students, like who are interested in CSA side.
Okay.
Like computer science and data processing.
Okay, computer science branches.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
CS, but we are eligible to apply for this.
Yes, sir. And the signal processing and machine learning has equal importance.
This is also equally good as CS branch, which we are also eligible to apply.
Yeah, and embedded controls and software has also the same thing. It also more of computer science related branch. So
we can apply for this. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So these branches really had a good placements if we see the past 4 or 5 years history.
Okay.
And those who had interest in coding, you can try these branches.
Okay.
And coming to other branches, RF and microwave, as usual, like they will be taking electives from VLSI.
Okay.
But I see, except the COVID year, every year like they were successful in places. Even from the students from communication and signal processing, I'm doing the same. Actually, the communication and signal processing, it has changed recently. There is no signal processing in the last year. So it has come up with signal processing in the communication branch. So it's a good thing actually for upcoming batches.
Okay. It is communication and signal processing, right?
Yes, sir. Previously,
chances will increase, right?
Increase, yes, sir.
Yeah. So because of signal processing, our placement chances definitely will increase.
Yes, sir.
Because we are eligible to go for communication companies and as well as signal processing companies.
Signal processing.
Yeah. Earlier it was only communications.
Only communication.
Placements were little less because only communication companies you can apply. Now you are eligible to apply for signal processing companies also. So this branch also you can prefer for good placements.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And the remaining branches was not like so great for placements. But it allows CC students. Like.
Okay. Just for the sake of IIT Kharagpur tag, we have to take the remaining branches. And if possible, we have to take electives of VLSI, and we can try for VLSI companies.
Actually, like these branches has no scope of VLSI. Because if you see the branches like quality and reliability engineering, they will be more focused on mechanical oriented things.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And even electric transportation, the same thing was the second one.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It depends on the guide, but I won't.
He allows, you are lucky.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he'll allow or not. We don't know. However good you are in convincing, generally IIT professors are not so easy to convince.
Yes, sir.
So if you're like, you'll be lucky if you can convince them to take electives of VLSI or any branch with good placements.
But these branches will allow like RF and microwave engineering. These branches we are allowed to take VLSI.
Will allow. It will allow for electives, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's relevant, because it's easy core branch, right? So they might allow. Right. Control system engineering. How about this one?
Yeah, control system engineering, like it has like it will allow students to take electives.
Electives. Yeah.
In the core branch, placements was not so great, but if you take VLSI electives, and you can easily get into
control systems. Original means core branches control systems. For that, placements are not that great. But using this, they will allow you to sit for VLSI electives. With that way, you can get VLSI placements. But these branches are like nowhere related to, means no relation at all. Even the basic subjects also you'll not learn regarding ECE, right? So there is no point of taking VLSI electives. Means it will look relevant.
Yes, sir.
So taking these branches and taking VLSI electives is not a possibility.
Yeah, it has a little chances.
Anything else you want to add, Srikanth, in this slide?
We can move on to the next slide.
Yeah, Delhi.
Yeah. So IIT Delhi has a more of interdisciplinary branches. So coming to normal branches, it has a communication engineering, computer technology, control and automation, and integrated electronics. So as usual, integrated electronics and circuits is a VLSI branch. And communication engineering is a kind of communication branch.
Pure communication branch.
Pure communication branch. And these two branches, like people were getting placed with 100% placements in the past.
100% placements. In this one also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this one also with good placements.
Yeah, control and automation also, like people were taking VLSI electives and they were getting into VLSI.
Okay.
So coming to these three branches, placements was really good. And computer technology, as usual, like if any students wants into CS background, we can try computer technology.
Okay.
So it's a pure CS related branch, but EC people were allowed into it.
Okay.
So coming to interdisciplinary branches, VDDT is a well-known branch because it's a VLSI tool design branch. Like no other IIT or any institute in India has this branch in this specialization.
Okay.
So it has around like 13 is intake. So the thing is, they will conduct interviews for this branch. So once you get selected into VDDT, the next thing is the companies will come immediately and they will take another round of interview with you. So if they like you, they will sponsor total M.Tech for you for this branch. Like companies will sponsor 2 years of M.Tech.
Okay.
And like they will give offer also at the end of your completion of course.
You mean starting itself, the company will come and interview us, right?
Yes, it's if you have attended the VDDT interview for select admission, just like 1 hour back, after completion of technical interview, they will take company interview.
Company interview is compulsory.
Yeah, company interview. Like if you don't want sponsorship, we can leave that. But immediately we'll have a company interview, and if you are like selected by the company, they will sponsor our M.Tech.
But otherwise also we'll get stipend. If they are sponsoring, you'll get more.
We'll get more stipend.
More stipend, and there is a good chance of placement directly with them.
Directly placement with them.
CGPA is good. They might directly give the offer. Without we don't need to sit for placements also.
Yes, sir.
Anything is fine,
Anything is fine.
or without sponsorship. This is very good option. VDDT is wonderful option.
Yeah, and it has a very VDDT has a cutoff around like less than 50 rank because
oh my God,
because they were offering sponsorship.
True.
People will be
huge demand.
Yes, sir. So
this is not for everybody.
Yeah, but it's a very good branch. Even if you get just a kind of interview call and just attend, it's a very good experience actually. Even people with below 100 rank can't expect an interview call for this.
Interview call. Okay, less than 100 ranks will be called, but generally with less than 50 people will be less than 50 rank guys will be selected generally. And what would be the amount of stipend they'll give, Srikanth, if the sponsorship you are selected?
It was around 30K. Sir.
30K. General stipend is 12,400 for us when you're doing masters in IITs.
Yes, sir.
Whereas if you get selected for sponsorship, then you'll be getting 30 plus 30,000 stipend or more than that also.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't get selected for sponsorship, that's fine. You get into masters with the normal you go through with normal thing. So there also you'll get 12,400 and you'll be eligible for good placements.
Good placements.
Finally, you'll have.
But the thing is, like if you get that, company sponsorship, we are in a kind of having backup as
we'll have two options. We can go with that company, or we can have other company also. We can try. If you can get a better company, you can go with that also.
Yes, sir.
We are on the safer side.
Safer side, yes, sir.
Apart from the stipend, more stipend part, that is we are having a safety.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anything else?
They're coming to other branch. There is a branch called CARE. It's interdisciplinary department in IIT Delhi. CARE.
Okay.
So they will be like their research work is more on RFIC design. So if you see the curriculum of CARE, it's more of VLSI only.
Okay.
Even though like they were working on RFICs, but it's VLSI design. Like you will be working on CAD tools and all. Okay. So it's we can say it's a more VLSI thing, and we can expect this with the rank around 400. So if your rank is around 400, we can easily get into the CARE branch.
Okay.
It's very good, like coming to the placements also.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, and there was 2 new branches introduced this year. That is cybersecurity and machine learning and data science.
Okay, this should be wonderful branch, right?
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure, good placements will be there.
Good placements will be there. So as this was introduced new this year, so you can expect around 500 as a
For bigger ranks also we can expect, because many people are not aware of this.
Cyber security and cyber security. Yes, sir.
It is also CS branch.
CS branch, and we can expect
Good
a call
placements.
500 rank, 500 to 600 rank.
Yeah, less than 500 we can expect for this also. And then
these two branches were like they were offering, but I was not much aware of these two branches.
These two, okay. Optical, generally there are less opportunities as far as I remember. Generally the placements are not like very lucrative, right? Very best placements we can't get, and the number of companies available also are slightly less.
Yes,
but definitely if you can maintain good CGPA there, you'll get the best company that is available with optical communication, optical electronics or communication.
Yes, sir.
Right. But less number of companies are available, but you have to maintain good CGPA and get
good CGPA. Yeah.
An electives possibility, I think that should be possible. No?
Yeah, I'm not sure about these two branches because
okay.
I don't have any contacts in this.
And okay, good, fine. Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Roorkee?
Yeah, IIT Roorkee, even like it is coming up with new branches every year. So here also, like there were few branches which was introduced recently, like M.Tech in data science, artificial intelligence. These two branches were introduced. And as usual, like microelectronics and VLSI is as usual kind of VLSI branch. Yeah. And communications, so it has like few limitations, like how many electives we can take from VLSI. So for communication people, so like ensure before joining this thing, like they won't allow to take maximum electives from VLSI thing. So it has some limitations.
To focus on communication, right?
Yeah,
you can focus on communication courses, and you can try for communication companies only, no?
No, sir. Like communication companies visiting IIT Roorkee was not so great.
Oh, very less. Okay, so less chances for communication placements, core placements.
But electives wise, it was less. But you can do courses, NPTEL courses outside, and we can get
NPTEL courses, or we can also audit, na?
Yeah, we can audit the courses.
We can audit. Audit means you don't need to write the exam. You can ask the professor's permission and you can sit in the classes. But for that, you have to put a lot of effort.
Yes,
because you'll have already coursework will be there. Apart from that, if you want to sit for extra classes, it will be very hectic. But if you are willing to do that, you can do that. Nobody will stop you from auditing the courses. Okay, there will be only electives. Electives means they are the courses that we write the exam. Okay, for crediting we write them. So apart from electives, if the people are not allowing more electives, then you can audit. But it will be very hectic. But still, you can audit. That there is an option if you're willing to work more harder.
M.Tech RF and microwave and M.Tech photonics. These two branches also like people will be allowed for to take electives from VLSI.
Okay, these two also. Okay.
Yeah. But like the good thing about these two branches is you can get even if your rank is greater than 1,000. So I seen like few students who had rank about 1,600. They got in the last year's part rounds.
Oh, okay.
So have a look, like those who have a rank about around 1,500, you can try these options.
1,500 also we can try.
Yeah, because like getting into these branches and taking VLSI electives, like they were successful in getting into VLSI companies and having IIT tag.
Yes, wonderful options, guys. So these two, they're not core VLSI branches, but you can take them. You can get into IIT Roorkee, you'll get IIT tag, and you can take VLSI electives, and you can get into VLSI companies. Wonderful option, right? Less than 1,500. Look out for this. You might think that there are some students who asked me getting 1,000 to 1,200 rank. They are asking, should I attempt again? But there are opportunities. If you are willing to take these opportunities, there is no need to go for next attempt. But if you don't want to settle with this, if you want only VLSI M.Tech only, then you can prepare for next year. It's our choice.
Yeah. And there is another branch called M.Tech Instrumentation and Signal Processing.
M.Tech, okay.
Yeah. This branch, like the same thing. Like around 700 to 800 rank, you can easily get into this branch because instrumentation people will be competing with you for this branch.
Okay.
But like the good thing is, like every year they were getting into VLSI companies. Like if the strength is 10, all the 10 were getting into VLSI companies.
VLSI companies. Okay.
And good thing about the IIT Roorkee is each branch has around intake of only 10 to 12, And out
Okay.
of 10 to 12, like 2 to 3 students were sponsored, like from DRDO or some other institutes.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So if you come like talk about the placements, like only 7 to 8 people will be left for the placements.
Okay.
So won't be having much competition in the placements.
Okay.
So that good, it's a good thing about IIT Roorkee coming to placements.
Okay. So every specialization there is an intake of only 10 to 12 students, it seems.
Yes,
so that will be an advantage when you're sitting for placements, because more companies come now. So every company takes one student also will get placed. Right. So anything else, Srikanth? That's it, na?
Yes, sir.
Nanotechnology is a core VLSI thing, na?
No, so nanotechnology, it's a kind of more research thing, like
research
placement wise, it's not so great.
Okay.
But like if anyone wants enter into IITs, like, and want to pursue like their career as a PhD.
How about placement then?
Placements was like nanotechnology and like not so great. But like few companies will visit, like which was working on nanotechnology, but package wise it's not so great, sir.
Okay.
They were offering around 8 to 10 LPA.
Okay. Electives, how about electives? We can take electives, VLSI?
Electives, I'm not sure, sir, because
not sure. Okay.
Because many EC people was not preferring nanotechnology.
They're not preferring. Means there should be some drawback there.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? Yeah. Guwahati.
Yeah, IIT Guwahati, even it has a 3 new branches. Like data science, it was recently introduced, and robotic and artificial also it has introduced recently.
This is also a CS branch, right?
CS branch, yes, sir.
But these are like booming technologies right now.
Yes, sir.
So anybody does anything in this artificial intelligence, data science is also of high demand now. Signal processing, machine learning, these are all always high demand. Next 5 to 10 years, definitely these will be of high demand, and the demand will increase. So these are like, though they look like CS branches, they are, we can also definitely master these things. It's not so difficult. I mean, compared to CS students, we are also equally good, equally on the same level, you can say. They are also not having any idea about artificial intelligence or machine learning. They might have a little bit of programming. We can learn that little bit of programming, and we can be equally competitive with them. Okay. So you can try for these branches. We are also eligible to get into these branches. And this is VLSI. We know all this about this.
Yes,
so
sir.
This is the best branch. And communication is.
Yeah, it allows students to take
electives in VLSI. Okay.
Yeah, even photonics and RF also the same thing. It allows.
Okay.
In systems and control, it allows the students to take. So, and here, so like signal processing and machine learning, it was introduced in around like 2019.
Okay.
During the COVID only, it had a like strong impact on the placements. But from the next year, it has recovered a lot.
It has recovered.
Like now, it has 100% placements.
Okay.
So like don't go with that idea of like the first batches don't have any placements, because that was the COVID time, so it didn't have much placements.
Okay.
But it's a really good branch, signal processing and machine learning.
Okay. Fine. So anything else we want to share here, or shall we move to the next one?
Shall we move? We'll move.
Yeah. So guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button if you like the content that we are presenting. And let's move on to the next slide. Hyderabad, one more college. This is the last college that we are going to share about, and then we'll move on to the next very more important things. Yeah, please go ahead, Srikanth.
Yeah, IIT Hyderabad, like even it has like coming up every year with the new branches. One is like artificial intelligence. Like it was introduced in the 2020.
Okay.
It is CS, but placements was really awesome.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Like very top companies were recruiting. Even the foreign offers was more from this branch. Even the communication and signal processing has a foreign offers.
Okay.
The cutoff for this communication and signal processing was below 300. It has such a high demand.
Very highly competitive, high demand.
And it has like 2 branches which people won't be knowing much. That is semiconductor materials and devices.
Okay.
So if you see the curriculum, it's a pure VLSI curriculum. Like it has like a lot of subjects which VLSI people will be studying. And even integrated sensors and systems. This also has a kind of VLSI curriculum. So you can prefer these 2 subjects. And as this was newly introduced, we can expect a call up to what is a 500 rank for these two branches, 500 to 700 in between.
Mm.
And networks and information security, it also newly introduced. It's more of related to security side. We can say CS related, but not as a as of coding, more of networks, networking related.
Mm.
And smart mobility, this also like it was introduced in the last year. The good thing about this smart mobility is like if you see the name, we may think it is a mechanical branch. But if you see the curriculum, it has a machine learning, artificial intelligence subjects, neural networks, so those things. If anyone has interest in coding side, we can prefer this smart mobility.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but placements are good, no?
Placements are good.
Okay. Shall we move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next comes the very important slide. Yeah. For low gate scores. Low means what you call it as low, Srikanth?
So if like people had a rank of around 1500 to 2000, or more than like 2000, I say
rank
like less than 1500.
1500, okay.
Yeah.
For these people, if you want to get into IITs, these are the options, right?
Yeah, IIT Bombay, you can try 3 years M.Tech. You can take all up to 2000, but you have to perform well in the interview process. So the thing about the IIT Bombay 3 years M.Tech is you will be equally treated as M.Tech people. But the only thing is like you will be studying 3 years. The curriculum
1 year extra we have to spend.
Yeah. So the same subjects you will be studying. The relative grading, like the CGPA which you will get, will be relative with the M.Tech people. Like you will be sitting in the same class. Like if you say take one subject as digitalized design, along with the M.Tech 2 years people, you will be sitting with them, and the exams will be writing along with them. And if you see the final degree of it, you will be like getting as M.Tech from IIT Bombay.
M.Tech only. Yeah.
It's not like MS or any other thing. You will have a degree as M.Tech.
Okay. So guys, the point is here, if you have having any rank less than 2000, okay. If you are planning to sit for next year, so if you write GATE 1 more year, then extra 1 year will be there, right? Instead of that, this is one wonderful option. If your rank is around this much and you try for this IIT Bombay 3 year M.Tech, if you get into it, just go ahead. Because taking 1 year break and writing GATE exam again and getting a getting a small rank and getting into VLSI, this is also as good as that. Because if you take GATE exam 1 more attempt, then also 1 year extra will be wasted. So if you take this also, along with M.Tech, 1 more year will be wasted. It's equal amount of time, but you're safe in the safe hands, right? Because when you try for 1 more attempt GATE, what is the guarantee that you're going to get wonderful rank? If you don't get that wonderful rank, you are risking that 1 year extra, right? So yeah, this is wonderful option if your rank is slightly bigger, but you have to perform well in the interview. It's not so easy. Your conceptual understanding should be very, very good.
And even intake was a good number. Actually, they will take around, for each branch, it has intake around 25 students, 25 students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can have like very high number of admissions in 3 years M.Tech also.
Okay. Srikanth, one question asked by one of the students. Let me, IIT Hyderabad, VLSI, microelectronics and VLSI, what is the cutoff? I mean, what rank, till what ranks can we expect?
Below 150 for general category. Yeah. 150
for general category. Okay. Based on that, you can match them.
If you see the companies visiting IIT Hyderabad, like there were many foreign offers for in IIT Hyderabad. Okay. Like TSMC was coming every year, and the posting was in Taiwan.
Okay.
Like they were offering around 70, 80 LPA.
Okay.
So it made like a very high demand for IIT Hyderabad.
Okay. That's why this time, though it is like a new IIT, so but still less than 150, it's as good as like a top IITs, na?
Yeah, and one more thing here is like semiconductor materials and devices. It was recently introduced, but the curriculum is more in favor of like what do you say, kind of fab companies like TSMC or UMC. So we can expect a lot of companies in the future for from these branches, like fab related companies.
Yeah. And in future, fabrication companies might increase also in our country, because our country is also planning on manufacturing semiconductor chips, because there is a lot of shortage in semiconductor chips. So semiconductor companies in VLSI thing is going to improve in the next 5 or 10 years, because there is a lot of shortage in semiconductor area. So that's why more companies will come, more job opportunities will come in VLSI area especially. Communication wise, the opportunities will remain same. It will not increase in the near future. But VLSI, the opportunities is going to increase only. They're not going to decrease, because the demand is like that. And apart from that, this artificial intelligence, the demand for that also is going to increase always. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science, these are the new areas which are having a lot of boom. So if you see any branches like that, AI, ML, and signal processing also. So these branches are always of high demand. And then after this one, IIT Madras MS.
Yeah, IIT Madras MS, there were 2 MS programs in IIT Madras. One is sponsored by Texas, and other is normal MS sponsored by the college. So if you get selected for IIT Madras Texas sponsored, the 1-year course will be doing at IIT Madras. And the second year, you will be going to Texas. From second year and third year, you will be staying in the
You'll be doing the research in Texas only, which means you are as good as an employee.
Yeah, and you will be getting stipend as around 50K while you are working in Texas. But like the good thing about this program is you will be designing a chip from very scratch to fabrication level, and like after fabrication, even testing also you will be performing. So that's very good thing about this program. IIT Madras Texas sponsored.
So guys, important point, Texas and IIT Madras, what you can say, Srikanth, this one? Texas sponsored?
College sponsored. Yeah.
So Texas sponsored is amazing, guys. Amazing from what Srikanth is saying, because though it is 3 years, you're not losing anything here, because only 1 year you're going to do coursework. And after that, you'll go into Texas Instruments, which is a wonderful company for VLSI. It's one of the best companies for VLSI. And you'll be working there. Though you're working as a student, but still you'll be getting a very good stipend, right? 50,000 per month. So instead of doing 2-year M.Tech, you're doing 3-year here. So 2 years you'll be working with Texas Instruments. This is a wonderful opportunity. And after that, there is a high chance that they are going to give you pre-placement offer, correct?
Yeah, for sure they'll give. And the good thing about this program is like the work we were going to do is it has very
relevant work, right?
Because like you will be designing chip from very scratch, from specifications level to testing level.
Yeah.
So in this opportunity, even like people who get placed in VLSI companies won't get in their lifetime.
They may not get. Yeah, many people may not get.
Yes,
yeah. So IIT Madras sponsored. This takes 3 years or more than that also, Srikanth?
Yes, sir. IIT Madras sponsor, like it may take around 3.5 years, even like
on an average it takes
3.5 years. If you like work hard, very hard, there is a chances like getting completed in 3 years.
Within 3 years, yeah.
So,
but it's guaranteed. Whereas IIT Bombay 3-year M.Tech means it's 3 years only.
3 years only.
In 3 years only it will be completed. Yes, but whereas IIT Madras MS means generally MS takes 2.5 to 3 years. But in IIT Madras, if you don't do project well, they'll not leave you. They'll not give you the degree within 3 years. So if you do slowly, they will also give you the degree late. So I've seen, even I have seen personally some students getting the degree at 3.5 years, 4 years also. It depends on how you work. They don't want to delay. But if you work slowly, then if the results are not produced, then they'll give you the degree late. So we have observed that many students, even Srikanth also has observed that many students are getting degree at 3.5 to 4 years. But there are some students who got degree less than 3 years also. I've seen some student who got less than 2.5 years also. But they'll work very well. If they work very well, then only you'll complete this within less time. Yes, otherwise, this will take more time. Okay, you should be aware of it before taking it up. You should be aware of all the consequences. Right? But this is also a wonderful option. You can sit in the placements as good as the M.Tech students. You'll have the wonderful placements definitely, but slightly it will take little higher duration of time to complete. M.Tech takes only 2 years. This might take 1.5 years extra.
And next, IIT Kharagpur, Texas sponsored MS program in IIT Madras, irrespective of rank, you should have GATE score above 700.
Oh, GATE score should be. Otherwise, they'll not look at you.
Yes, sir.
They'll not.
Like a few years, like we'll have high GATE scores, and few years it may have low GATE scores. But irrespective of year, So they will see only GATE score, and
They'll
it should be
see
greater
700
than
as the criteria, minimum criteria.
If you are like above 700, for sure you will get a call for written exam and followed by interview. And those interviews will be taken by, what is say, Shanti Pawan sir and Nagendra Krishnapur. So those
not so easy.
Yeah. But it's a good experience to attend.
Yeah.
Like you can feel like how the questions they frame, how they'll test us, how they'll analyze our basics.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Even if you get a call, even if you join or not, I suggest just attend the interview.
Yeah. Attending good interviews is a wonderful experience, guys. So don't miss those opportunities, okay? Because you'll understand what level the subject could be understood. Because when we are not able to answer, we'll feel that we are very good in our subject. But when there's people like them they're asking some good questions, we are not able to answer. We'll feel, okay, there is so much to understand. We have understood only so little. Okay, so you'll understand. It means that's a wonderful experience when you face some good interviews. Even some companies also, they'll conduct wonderful interviews. When the interviewers are good, then we'll have a very good feeling about the interview.
Yes.
They'll not try to trouble us. They'll try to see how we think about it, right? Yes, generally, in very good interviews, right? They don't. They are not very strict about getting the right answer. They'll just try to see how you are thinking. How is your thought process? Sometimes some people. Good interviewers will see that also. Even if you don't know how you are approaching the question, how you are trying to solve it, they'll see that also. How good you are attempting. Don't miss the interviews. Okay, they are wonderful opportunities to learn, wonderful experiences also, which you will not get in future. Yeah. Next, Kanpur MS, how is it?
Yeah, Kanpur MS, like you can expect a call up to 2,500 to 3,000 rank.
Okay.
So. Like give a try, like give your best in the process, in the selection process. There is like a very good chance of getting selected in Kanpur MS. So
this also will take 3 years.
Yes, sir. It is a 3 years program, but
program.
It's only 3 years. Like it won't extend anymore.
Okay.
And you will be like equally allowed for placements and all.
Okay.
And if you miss these 3 options, like few colleges will be conducting, what do you say, winter admissions. I seen IIT Hyderabad had a 2 years M.Tech winter admissions, but last 3 years due to Corona, like they were not releasing these notifications. But have a look at this year. By any chance, if you are not joining this, this season, try to see the notifications from IIT Hyderabad in the month of November and December. So in the year 2019, I seen notifications from IIT Hyderabad for winter admissions. Means in the month of December, they will release the notification, and in the month of January, they will start the process. And the cutoffs for these admissions will be very less. Means even if you have a rank of around 3 years, you can easily get a admission in 2 years M.Tech program. The thing is, like you will directly joining into second semester, then later you can sit for the first semester with your juniors.
Yeah. Guys, this is a wonderful option because many people don't know, and this winter admissions have not yet started. They have proposed, actually. IIT Hyderabad told that they will be taking.
Yeah, 1 year it has happened. 1 year happened, and after that, yes, sir.
After that, it stopped.
Yeah, after that, due to Corona, like, yeah.
Okay, this year it might resume. So watch out, guys. Maybe in the month of October, November, we can expect, right?
Yes,
in the month of October, November, you just watch out IIT Hyderabad website if there are any winter admissions happening. If at all, if you got a slightly bigger rank, 2,000-3,000 rank, and you did not take up any admission, then you can try for this. If at all, if you get that, you are lucky. Definitely, you can get into IIT Hyderabad, can get wonderful placements. Right? So many people are not aware of this option. So watch out for this option.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very important slide. Srikanth, what is your take on this?
Yeah. So many people will have a confusion on this, like whether I should opt for better college or better specialization. So first, like analyze yourself, like what do you want? Whether you want the brand tag or like you want the dream specialization. So on which things you want to compromise? Let's say I'll tell my scenario. So I joined in the 2020 and I had offers from IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur, Roorkee, Guwahati. But I was strong, like I had a strong thing in my mind, like I should join VLSI. So at any cost, I have decided to join into VLSI. So that's why like I choose NIT Tiruchi over IITs. And the thing like that time, what I analyzed myself is as the corona has started that time when I was taking the admission, the corona was started, and few companies like which has released the offer, they were about to cancel. I had seen many LinkedIn posts like from the IIT Delhi, so they were requesting the companies like not to cancel the offer which they have given to the students. So what I felt is if this scenario continues for the next years, it's very difficult for me to get into place because I was joining M.Tech at very late stage, like after 5 years of my graduation. So that's why like I decided to take only VLSI because if the market is good, whatever the branch, whatever the college, for sure you will get placed. If the market is not good, not great, but every college, every branch will affect. So at the end, like you are the one who have to take the decision. So like few may think like I want the brand tag. So I'll tell the real scenario. What like once you get placement and after having like 4 or 5 years of experience in the company, what the things like how the things will look. So let's say you have graduated from some IIT Delhi and other student graduated from NIT Warangal. So and those two, Intel has come for both of you, and you got placed like two students from IIT, one from IIT Delhi and the other from NIT Warangal got into Intel. So after working 5 years, if you like, they both work for 5 years, and after working 5 years, if you see like what matters there at that point is your knowledge, like what you get
performance.
Yeah, what you can do in those working years. So they won't see like which college.
It should not matter. True. But for the name, for the sake of saying it, it might be a matter. But regarding career growth and all that, it depends only on our personal performance, how hard we are working, right? Whether it is NIT or IIT, it should not matter.
Yeah. So even like not about this thing. Wherever you are like down the line, wherever you are like 5 to 10 years. So what matters is the knowledge you gain during that years.
True.
Even like you are from IIT or NIT or from IISc. So that won't matter. So very small places, like let's say there is some foreign offer in your team, and out of that only one has to be chosen. Only those places it may play some crucial role. It's not guaranteed, but there is a little chance of playing it, either college or specialization. So decide accordingly, like what you want and like which things you had.
What is your priority? First priority. What is the first one thing that you don't want to lose? For Srikanth, it was like he don't want to compromise on the branch because since he was taking admission during COVID time, placements were not that good. So that's why he does not want to compromise on branch, because if he compromises on branch, placements will get affected. Generally, means mostly out of 10 years, 8 to 9 years will have wonderful time, very good placements. 1 or 2 years, the placements will get affected. When the placements are affected, especially for branches, especially for non-top branches, top branches like VLSI, apart from VLSI, other branches will get affected more. VLSI also will get affected, but other branches will get affected much more. So that's why he has chosen VLSI, because even if it gets affected, he'll be assured, because he will score good CGPA. He'll be assured of good placement. So that was his thought process. So your situation is different. You are not in COVID time. Now the situation has become normal. Okay. So now you don't need to think like Srikanth also. You can prefer this way also.
Yeah. But now the market is very good. Even like if you take some electives from some IIT, it's easy to get into companies.
Yeah. So if your priority was college, then stick to college. Whatever branch it is, select a branch which will give you good placements, or select a branch where you can take electives of VLSI and choose IIT if your priority is IIT. If not, if placement is a priority, then it doesn't matter. Choose a specialization in any college which gives you good placements. Right. So keep in mind what is your priority. Okay, don't vaguely ask all people. Okay, because if you ask too many people, they will confuse you with their perspectives. Everybody will have their perspective. So take the information and try to decide for yourself. Don't let others decide for you. Okay, but if you don't have any clarity, okay, then whoever person you trust, just go according to his guidance. If you don't have any clarity, that is also fine. So anything else you want to add, Srikanth? We can move to next
Yes,
slide.
sir. Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah, some invisible option. This is a wonderful slide.
Yeah, please concentrate on this. It has like very good information. Because many people won't be knowing about these branches. So SSD IIT Bombay, just now like we have discussed about SSD, it has around cutoff of 400, but equally treated with the, what do you say, core VLSI branch, like who had a gate rank of around 50, below 50. And IIT Kharagpur vibes, it has a wonderful placements, like very top-notch companies, like even like Apple and all won't be going for many top IITs, like what do you say, like Apple won't be recruiting from many colleges. Like
it will not come for every college. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
It visits only very few colleges. So, but it takes from IIT Kharagpur vibes branch.
Yeah, we have talked about this in the previous slides.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And integrated sensors and systems. It was recently introduced, and it has a kind of VLSI curriculum. And I guess like this is the first batch that is going to take admission. So have a look at it, because IIT Hyderabad has a much demand now. And you can expect a call around 500 to 600 for this branch. Even networks and information security, it's like not much related to VLSI, but security wise, as Japan is visiting for IIT Hyderabad, like many companies from Japan, because they had some kind of slot for Japanese companies, like some Japan slot kind of thing in IIT Hyderabad during placement season. So like there is a much requirement in the security domain in the Japanese country.
And they have an exchange program, Srikanth, I think.
Yes, sir. They had some exchange program.
Having some exchange program with Japanese companies or some colleges. I don't know exactly, but yes, I've seen some students going to Japan also for second year of masters or final year of BTech. Some students were going, and they are. So I think Japanese students are also visiting here, right? I think, yeah.
So this branch, like security wise, it was good. Like anyone want to pursue their career in networks and information security, it's a very good option. You can expect a call up to 1000 rank, because this was not known to many of our.
Yeah, that's why this much rank also you can get. Less than 1000 also you will be able to get. Wonderful placements are available with a bigger rank also, because many people are not aware of this option. Not only this option, all the options.
Yeah. And the semiconductor materials and devices, it was purely related to fab related. So now India is in a plan of establishing many fabs. So in future, it may have like high demand. Even like it won't establish like many foreign companies like TSMC, VMC for visiting IIT Hyderabad. So you can easily get placement. And apart from that, it has a curriculum of like IC design also. So even you can go into design side from this branch. And smart mobility, it has like machine learning and artificial intelligence subjects. Even it will be because the companies visiting for IIT Hyderabad was very large in number. So you can expect good packages from smart mobility branch also. And instrumentation and integrated electrons, it has recently split from ISP branch, and the curriculum is like purely VLSI, and it also like not known to many. So you can make utilize of this option also. And SPML on the same thing. Like from ISP it got a separate part in this academic year, and it was more of machine learning and signal processing thing. So placements wise, IIT Kharagpur is very good, and we can expect a very, what do you say, good placement from SPML branch. And even like the number of software companies visiting IIT Kharagpur was relatively high compared to some other like top IITs. So SPML, like I'm expecting what do you say, very positive placements, like very high packages. We can expect from SPML. And Geoinformatics and Natural Resources Engineering from IIT Bombay. So it's a very good option for civil and mechanical people. And even like EC people, like it had a subjects from signal processing, machine learning things. So like if anyone from want to like switch into coding side, you can think of geoinformatics branch, and cyber security and machine learning from and data science from IIT Delhi. These two was newly started, but for sure, like these also will have a high demand in coming days. So if you are like thinking of like if your rank is around 1200, 1300, I suggest like everyone should apply this, because you have a pretty good chance of getting of these branches, because with this rank of 1200, 1300, like even it's difficult to get NIT Warangal VLSI. But these options were not known to many.
True.
So I suggest like everyone should apply with rank below 1500. There were high chances of getting into these branches.
Yes, these branches are going to give wonderful placements, but many people may not be aware of it, because these are newly introduced branches. So make use of these branches, apply for them, because many people don't know, the competition will be less. So that's why even with the rank of 1000 to 1500 also, you have a very good chance of getting into one of these branches. So apply for more branches. Okay, if your rank is big now, it's better to apply for more branches. Then you can choose the best option that you're going to get. So don't limit yourself. I want only this branch, I want only that branch. With big rank, if you're having very small rank now, if you know very clearly know that you're going to go get so and so specialization, so and so college, then that's fine. You don't need to apply for more colleges. But if your rank is big, it's better to apply for a little higher number of colleges to be on the safer side. That's it, right, Srikanth? Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And these are all these options we have discussed in the previous slides also.
Yes, sir.
All
but
the options,
kind
all the
of
unknown
conclusion.
options we have summarized. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one more very important slide, guys. When you're applying, you will be in doubt whether you should accept the offer in the present round or should go for the next round. Now, Srikanth will give wonderful clarity on how to do that, how to make a decision on that. Srikanth, go ahead.
In the process of like COAP, you will be like given an option of like accept, retain. Means you can retain an option up to 2 times. Means you cannot retain more than 2 times. Let's say you got IIT Delhi VLSI in 1 round, and you can retain it for next round, and after that you can retain 1 more time. And if you get the 3rd time the same option, you cannot retain it, whether you have to accept it or you have to reject it. So if you say like students will be in a confusion, like if I reject this option, can I get like better than this option or not in the next rounds? So we'll have a lot of dilemma on this. So what I suggest on this is first, like analyze yourself. Means let's say if you are waiting for some option, you got already IIT Kharagpur and you want IIT Kanpur VLSI. So you should have a clarity whether there were any vacant seats in IIT Kanpur or not. So it should be you should like do enough research on that. So there were enough social media sites. One is the Telegram channel. There was a if you just search post gate guidance, you will get a channel in the Telegram, and if you join the channel, there were like again sub channels will be available. Like once you enter into the channel, you can find the EC channel there. So if you join the EC channel, almost like many aspirants will be joined, like those who are attending counseling for this year, many will be joined in that channel. So every time, like whenever any round results were announced, like COAP round 1, if it is announced, so they will have a kind of survey there. So they will ask us to fill the Google form, and they will release the response sheet for us. So in that, like those who got offer, so they'll fill it like at what rank they got this offer, what is their decision, whether they are accepting that offer or they are rejecting that offer. So if you were like, if your rank is if your gate score is 740, and you know that 742 guy was rejecting that offer, and there is a pretty high chances of getting that rank, because the immediate score is yours. So if that guys use that option, so you can easily get that seat for you. Means you can easily have a clarity on that. So I suggest to follow this channel, post gate guidance. I was observing this channel for the past 3 years. So every year, many students, like around 800 to 1000 students will be there in the channel from your specialization. So you will have a clarity, and there were like many previous students will be also there in the channel. So they will be guiding on the need, like the students from IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi or from NIT Tiruchi. So many students will be available in the channel. If you need any guidance, so they will be assisting you, like regarding the placements of any particular branch or what is a curriculum things. So they can they will be helping you. So follow this channel. It was like this channel was organized by some IIT Madras alumni from mechanical department. He is doing this every year. Okay. So with this, what is a
you can make a wonderful decision.
Wonderful decision.
Yeah, there is no
you
confusion.
You can make like clarity on this, like whatever the options you have.
Yes, I hope it was clear. In this channel, they'll put some survey, it seems. So they'll put some survey. Whoever got the offers, they'll fill some forms. Because of filling that forms, I think the moderator in that channel, he'll summarize the things and he'll say at 742 score, guy is not accepting the offer. Then you'll understand that, okay, 742 guy is not accepting means the lower scores should be able to get the offer. So based on what scores got the offers, whether they're accepting or not, that information will be available there, it seems, because of the surveys that they conduct. So based on those survey results, you will be able to make a very, very good decision. It will be very easy process. Just follow that group. You should be able to understand things very clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you are having any doubts, there are people to help you in that group. Okay, you can ask questions. They should be able to help you. Yeah. Anything else, Srikanth, if you want to add?
Yes, nothing. We can move on next.
Okay, wonderful. So I think that's it. We are almost done. So last slide, we are going to take one more session on Wednesday at 10 p.m. same timing, and it will be a wonderful session. So master tricks for best placements in IITs. If you want to get wonderful placements in IITs, so the session is based on that, you can say. Or I would say the session is more focused on how to make the best use of masters in IITs for great careers. It's not just about getting the placement, right? After that also you have to perform. You have to get promotions. You have to grow in your career. Just getting the placement is one step. After that also you have to take multiple steps. So if you want to take those multiple steps in your career very quickly in an exponential manner, how to make the best use of IITs, masters in IITs, how to make the best use of it. So these guys, Srikanth, whom you have seen in today's session, and the one more wonderful student will be there who made the best use of these colleges, and they got wonderful placements. So they will help you understand before entering into IIT itself. You'll have an idea of, okay, what should I do for having a wonderful career? Not just wonderful placement, okay, for a wonderful career. So a wonderful placement is just part of it. So wonderful career is different. So generally, as a student, when I entered IIT Madras, I have no clue of what to do in IIT. I just entered just for a good placement, but I did not have any idea of how to study, whether I should study or not. No idea at all. So by having some idea from students who have succeeded, so it will have some clue of what to do in IIT. Okay, we'll have a plan of action to do. So that's what I have asked Srikanth our suggestion. So what would be helpful for students? What kind of information shall we share? So then he suggested this. Sir, I will tell them how to make best use of IITs, how to do masters in the best possible way, so that we'll have a great career. So that is his suggestion only. According to his suggestion only, we are taking this session. So next session, not only student, another student also will come. So they will share their perspectives, their experiences. Okay, so it will be a wonderful session. It will be very helpful for students who are doing masters in the next phase of life. If you are preparing for GATE exam also, you'll have an idea of what to do in the next phase, and you'll get some hints of what should be your thought process in the next phase of life. So it will be helpful for students who are writing GATE exam next year or written GATE exam and applying for masters. And don't miss this session. It will be a wonderful, very useful session. If you miss the live also, you can watch the recording also. Right. So Srikanth, one more. Let's see the comments once, and let's help them with the questions. How much rank? Okay, that we have answered. NIT Trichy, how are the placements in VLSI? Wonderful placement. You're seeing the example here itself. Srikanth, he's having 24 lakhs already. There is an offer. It is in his hand. And one more offer with 40 lakhs is also there. All the students, Srikanth, all the students got placed, right? VLSI students.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of them with the wonderful placements.
Yes,
what is the minimum package?
It was 15, sir.
15 is the minimum package.
Minimum
Yeah.
package.
But average, you can say, average is 20, we can say.
Yeah, it was around 20 plus.
20 plus average package. Most students got 20 plus packages.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Civil, yeah, this session is not about civil scout football. So this is a session on EC. We are experts in EC. We'll not be able to help you. So we are sorry about that. Yeah, that's it, guys, from our side. Thank you, Srikanth. Thank you from student side for taking a wonderful session. And you have spent 2 hours of your precious time. Thank you for that. And that's it, guys. Anything else, Srikanth? Your final words?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like at least like a few students will make use of this.
Definitely, yes. Definitely, many students will get benefited. Yeah.
And like I just like especially I want to mention again those individual options, like you just concentrate on it.
Yeah.
Because those who what do you say, do the counseling with a very smart way, there are like they can grasp very good options.
Yeah.
So you just make use of that slide and like get into like better colleges with better codes. And I wish everyone all the best, those who have attended. And thank you, sir, for this chance.
No, it's not thank you. We should thank you because you have taken your time and effort also. You have, I think you have done research also. Apart from whatever knowledge you have also researched, right? You have talked to some of your friends also for this session, for the purpose of this session. Yes. And you have gathered wonderful information. It will definitely help many students, definitely. If not only this year, next year also this video will be relevant, right? Yes, next year, whoever students are applying, this video will be definitely relevant.
Yes, sir.
So we want to make a wonderful session so that it will be helping students this year, next year, and next year also, because we wanted a generic session for EC students. So we have done our best, and so now students will make you best use of it. Right. So okay, Srikanth, then we'll stop at this place then.
Yes,
and we'll meet again on Wednesday. We'll share some wonderful information to students. Okay, wonderful experiences to students.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Right then. Good night, guys.
Yes, sir.
Bye,
sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Thank you. Good night. Take care, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.